Right?
My
We done?
grandkids.
We're
Let's
good.
call to order this.
Yeah,
1 year.
that's what's happening.
Everybody piled up.
Where can I get a better deal?
But then they said, the new guys they got were better.
Well, that's good. Sometimes it works to your advantage.
It's always the attorneys,
Sure,
isn't
yeah.
it?
All right, let's roll.
Yeah, we can go ahead. Let's call to order this meeting of the Broome County Local Development Corporation of July 17th, 2024. Looking for a motion to approve the minutes of our June 18th, 2024 board meeting.
So moved.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Dan. Any questions or discussion on those? Let's have a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Come to the part of our agenda where we have a public comment session. Anybody wishing to speak on any matter concerning the Broome County Local Development Corporation, please state your name and address for the record and limit your comments to 5 minutes. Moving onward to new business. Item number 4, resolution authorizing the LDC to serve as the pass-through for a green resiliency grant for the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation to cover green infrastructure solutions to mitigate stormwater impacts, including site planning, design, and the implementation of green infrastructure to sustainably manage stormwater runoff while enhancing the visitor experience, ensuring safe pedestrian circulation, and expanding outdoor activities at the Roberson Museum and Science Center. Stacy.
Yes, thank you, Chairman. Just one item for consideration today, and that is that the BCLDC serve as a pass-through on a grant application from Roberson Museum and Science Center to the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation for a green resiliency grant to do a number of improvements at the museum. The reason why this request has come to us is the grant program requires a municipality to serve as the grant recipient. Municipality as defined by New York State Environmental Conservation Law as a local public authority or public benefit corporation, us, or a county, city, town, village, school district, etc. So we are, Roberson was in conversations with the city of Binghamton, but for reasons at this time, they could not serve in that capacity. So it was recommended that they come and speak with us. So we are putting forward this recommendation to be that pass-through. Just a little bit more information. There is no matching funds requirement for us to serve as a pass-through. Roberson has already obtained their required matching funds from the Hoyt Foundation. There is a full feasibility study upon request if you'd like to see that information. And we would serve again as a pass-through. I believe there's a small, we're not sure the percentage, but a small administrative fee we would actually retain through this relationship. But a little bit on why Roberson's pursuing this. The proposed green infrastructure enhancements will aim to mitigate stormwater impact, promote sustainability, enhance visitor experience, while preserving the state's historic significance. The efforts do align with the objectives of the Green Resiliency Grant Program and address broader environmental justice and climate change mitigation goals. This is, and Michael Grasso, Executive Director of Roberson Museum and Science Center, is here to answer any questions or maybe give a little bit of insight, because this is part of a much broader vision for Roberson into the future, which we've provided you information on. So I don't know if there's any questions for myself or Michael.
Michael, will you mind touching on the broader vision that Stacy's speaking of?
Sure. Good. Happy to.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no, thanks for the invite. Roberson is currently in the midst of a capital campaign. We are at the moment estimating that we are trying to raise about $10 million for this campaign in order to unify the multiple buildings that we have on campus, bring them up to date, bring them up to code, and also deal with some of our deferred maintenance related issues. The museum has not had a large capital investment in about 40 years since the Binghamton Visitor Center was added. And now we are looking to make ourselves more sustainable, both financially, more sustainable, as well as environmentally. Looking for ways to decrease our overall expenses. Last year, our utility bills were about $90,000. And also to increase our opportunities for revenue, which would include this plan that gives us opportunities to have outdoor activities, do more in the courtyard, for example, with rentals. So we're trying to look at the entire campus holistically, something that has not happened in its previous iterations.
And so as you can imagine, funding for this, as Michael noted, is through a capital campaign, but we're also Roberson is looking at opportunities to leverage grant programs as well to cover costs that would ultimately, serve the purpose of the broader vision of this. So this program specifically has been available to applicants for many years. So we think we could serve in this role on behalf of Roberson.
Super. Any questions for Michael? Is there a motion?
I'll move it.
Thank you, Peter. Is there a second? Thank you, Mike. Any further discussion? Let's have a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Carried. Any old business to cover for the LDC?
Our grant program, I will just note, our grant program, I can give an update because I was run through the LDC.
Actually, I was going to ask Amy later, but go ahead.
Yeah,
Thank you.
just to give you an update on that, the small business grant program, we have had, I think, and I have to give Amy kudos here on 2 notes. And I forgot to do it in the IDA meeting about all the work to organize our meetings with Newmark this week. It was a lot. So thank you for that. But
What else
also,
would she be doing? You know what I mean?
I know, but oh my gosh, it was a lot of herding of cats. But also her work on similarly herding all of the grant applications that we've received since we announced the small business development grant. We have, I think, close to 2 million in asks.
We have over 2
2.2
million.
2.2 million
Some more
in
come in
asks.
since we sat together, Chairman. We did close the program with the announcement, just saying, we're being responsible, considering it's significantly oversubscribed. And we even noted the number of asks when we made that announcement. So the application has been pulled from the website. And I'm just going through the final few that have come through and preparing that spreadsheet that you had asked for.
So we will be meeting and giving the county representatives at the legislature and county executive's office an update on this. Amy, as she noted, is making an incredibly efficient spreadsheet. The board does make these, we will make recommendations to the board, but ultimately these grants will be approved by the board. So we expect by August, our August meeting. So we will be getting materials to you all.
And the county's hands are clean of this. They've
Yeah,
basically
we're-
given you the money. And
Yes,
basically
yep. So
saying-
but we want to make sure as point of information, they have a sense of, because I know one of the questions was, is there demand for this? And as we have seen, there is demand. So, but taking the amount of ask to those that, fit the eligibility, is a different topic. So we will be getting information out to you all as ultimately the ones that will approve these grants, and we expect those to go on August's agenda.
It's great. Good work.
Yeah.
A lot of work, I know it was.
That's all I have.
Any other old business, new business? Dan, looking for a motion to adjourn.
So.
Thank you, sir.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you all very much. Michael, thanks for joining us.
I knew.